How do I even start this video, man? This is probably your first time I land on your For You page or your first time you see my videos, but welcome. And this is the side of the internet that I feel like in this day and age is very much needed. And so yeah, like I'm here today to kind of talk about like don't be scared to start fresh, like this channel I'm starting out of just pure momentum and desire to create. And the thing is, when it comes to creation, I feel like what stops most of us from achieving what we really want to do is execution. You know, we we tend to put ourselves in situations where we're like, but it's not gonna go how I want it to go, or like it's not gonna be the video that I would want it to be. And this channel is kind of like, for me, I'm creating this channel is because I want to show people that you could just create from whenever, from wherever and whenever, you know. Um, this channel is basically gonna be me most of the time, just picking up the camera and just talking to you about how I feel, what's going on, and mostly what I'm thinking, you know. And lately I was thinking like the idea of social media to me has always been like, hey, I'm gonna post it and then my friends are gonna see it, right? And then my friends are probably gonna share it, like it. It doesn't matter. Like, but I always have the thought in my head that my friends are gonna see it, right? So there's certain things or there's certain part of myself that I will hold back, not because I'm trying to impress my friends, but just because I want to maintain the image that my friends know me for. Like, even if you don't know you do it naturally. You know, when you meet somebody, for example, also if you're wondering why I've got a coat inside, I was gonna go out, go do some errands for my other channel where it's like this same type of format with just raw from beginning to end. But it's more vlog, it's more outside. This one's more inside type of shit, or like more sat down and talk one to one with the camera. And I would say it's a little bit more insightful and easier to produce compared to going outside and like there's a decent amount of planning that comes with that style of content. But with this one, is just sit down and talk. So that's why I'm wearing a coat. But before I leave, I wanted to be like, I wanted to sit down and make this channel because again, my desire to create is just something that's always, I know I sound like Kai Cenat right now, but like the desire to create is just something that fuels my days, like when I do something creative or I put something out there, I feel fulfilled and accomplished, right? So this channel is kind of like me accepting that side of me and just posting online what I think, what happened throughout the day, and what I learned maybe today, maybe last week, maybe the upcoming week, or and I was thinking earlier about how like we have to maintain this sort of standing when we post content on our Instagram or on our social media, just in general. You know that your friends are going to watch, and you have to maintain this type of image because that's who they met you as. Whether you do it intentionally or not, it's something that we naturally do, I believe. And of course, over time, you start like as you go in your journey of content creation, you can slowly start evolving and finding creative ways to show a different side of yourself to those friends. But I feel like that same limitation is what limits us a lot from just expanding how we're supposed to expand, or expanding at a decent, rapid rate that we want to expand. And I'm making this channel to just No promotion. I'm not going to show my friends none of this. This is just me putting myself out there. Whoever lands on it, lands on it. Whoever sees it, sees it. But I'm doing it with the mindset now that I know none of my friends are going to see this. And if they do, it's probably because one of my videos are like really going crazy on the FYP, or like, they just randomly landed on it. But the pressure of me trying to maintain a certain type of persona or a certain version of me that I would if I had promoted it to them won't exist. So they will really get to see me and be like, oh wow, like I didn't even know you thought like this. I didn't even know you saw things like this, you know? And for me, it's also freeing because I don't expect them to see it, but if they see it, there's not much I can really do. Like they've seen it. Like, like I can't really stop them from seeing this video. But yeah, like I just want to be able to provide some insight on how I think more often on here. And, sometimes the challenges that I may face that somebody else is going through, and I could tell them how I overcame it, and it could help them, And the good thing about this channel is now I don't get to think about my friends are gonna see it and they're not gonna like it, or they're gonna like it. Like, again, we're all people pleasers. As much as we all want to say we're not people pleasers, to a certain extent we're people pleasers. When you become famous or whatever, you become a people pleaser to the people who you make the content for. And whether you like it or not, you have to kind of make sure that, hey, is this kind of aligning with the audience that I want? Like, are they gonna like it? Are they gonna reshare? Are they gonna share it? Are they gonna, like, are they gonna accept this version of me? But the reality is, you gotta accept that version of you first before before the transition or the evolution of that version of you is accepted into the world, Because again, I don't want to talk too much about other people, but Kai Cenat, for example, doing he's on his fashion journey right now, and you know, a lot of people are hating on him, but only he knows if that hate is hitting him or not, because if he's doing it and he's feeling the hate so intensely, where he's like, damn, like I don't know if I can keep going, then I'm not I'm not trying to advise anybody, because you know he's accomplished a lot more than me. He's got more wisdom in terms of where he's at and the access that he has. But if I had to give my 2 cents, it would be like, unless he's really confident with his skill and his growth that he's done behind the scene, I know that all this hate that he's going through is not even bothering him. It's not even phasing him. But again, that's a journey in itself that you have to go through to accept that, like, I like this version of me and I'm just gonna put it out there. Just, this is why this video is for. Like, I like this version of me that just pours wisdom, from experiences out into the world. So I'm gonna make sure I maintain that by making a channel where I post consistently. So every day I'm gonna post on this channel, you know. Maybe it could be at night, maybe it could be during the day, but it would be mostly like 10-minute conversations, mostly with myself and the people who are interested in watching. But it's kind of just me talking about the stuff I'm interested in, how I see certain things. And yeah, that's pretty much what this channel is for. If you like this type of content, like, share, subscribe, whatever you gotta do. But this is primarily for me to just when I look in the future, when I look back at how I've evolved, I can say, oh wow, like I don't even think like that, or I still think like this, you know? And then yeah, this is the raw sit down version of me. If you want to see the vlog, the kind of me outside, exploring the world, meeting people. Oh my God, who's spamming my Instagram? But if you want to see that version of me that's more outside and, you know, just more experiencing the world, you can go onto my other channel called Fog Boys Diary. It'll probably be in the description. And yeah, this is my first video. Expect many more. And let me go do these errands. Peace.